And all praise and glory to the Supreme Spirit of Truth. I wanted to talk a little bit about the the election, the electoral, or should I say the selection. Everybody's got their new president. And I've been telling people for some time now that President Trump is all about MAGA. And MAGA is short for MAGA straight, MAGUS. So we make these connections because what's really going on right in front of you is biblical. Dictionary.com. You got to really, you have to jump into this Bible deep to understand what's taking place. Okay? Oh, let's see if it's here. Now, I looked up the word earlier. No. The definition of MAGA. Oops. Guess that's not going to be heavy enough to hold it in place. Ain't that about a drag? Let's see here real quick. Let me open up my other phone. And then we'll come here to some my files. Let me show you a real quick picture. Give me a second. Where are you at? I'm flipping through my photos right here, right now. Where are you at? Ain't that about a drag? Huh. Got all these damn pictures. They're not, there we are. Okay. So, Donald Trump talks about MAGA all the time, which is a fifth degree, which you can plainly see that a MAGA in Latin means magus. So they're putting the truth right in front of us, right? Use this here. And when I typed in the meaning of MAGA earlier, to give you a more of an idea here, right here, we have MAGA, and you see that it says that it means to make America great, a presidential campaign slogan used by Donald J. Trump. Okay? And I showed you that a MAGA means magus. I showed you that it's a magistrate. And people, they love their politics. Politics is like a Super Bowl, but it only comes every 4 years. It's the same thing. So here you have Donald J. Trump without the vowels in his name, and that's 666. Because we live in a 666 matrix. Okay? So what is Donald J. Trump today? He's a president, right? A president is 666. So the whole political arena, and that's what it is, it's an arena, it's a game show, is about leading you and dividing the nation against one another. Okay, they want us to believe scripturally. Christians want us to believe that we are all one human race. Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, Bible Hub. This man that's formed from the dust of the ground has the breath of life breathed into his nostrils, and the man becomes a living being. Okay, this is what it's the most crucial part to understand about the Bible. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, Bible Hub. So you have this one that's created on the sixth day of creation. Let's go back since I here. Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed the breath of life into his nostrils, and the man became a living being. And then this one here is the man that's created on the sixth day. And this has everything to do with Revelations chapter 13, verse 6. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry that I started this stream a little bit late. I got sidetracked. I got 2 important phone calls that I had to take. Well, and where are you at? Wasn't really ready to go. I ran in here and these calls kept me occupied for the time that I wanted to get all these notes and everything in order. I don't want to have to wing it. Where are you at? Here we go. Okay. Now, when we're talking in gematria, because the parable does call for wisdom, everybody knows Revelations chapter 13, verse 18, Bible Hub. I don't know why it does that. Every time I say Revelations 13, 18, it brings up chapter 13, 18 of Galatians. If people would just swallow this truth, and if for some reason they don't want to, you'd rather walk in the lie, in darkness, and not hear the truth, rather than to allow yourself to realize exactly what you are. So the beast, what you got to understand is the beast is a beast system. The beast is a computer simulation. The beast are those that have already connected to the machine. And so what I've been trying to teach you guys for a while, that when it's talking about a dangerous animal here, the beast and dangerous animal, this is a hidden meaning. It's so important for you to understand that these are the beast, images of troops marching in ranks. Okay, these are your dangerous animals. Okay, survival. They live by survival and instinct. All right, these animals, they don't have any of the spirit. They don't have the living spirit on them. Why would I say such a thing? Because they kill. Okay, you can't have the spirit of love and life and tenderness and kindness and warmth and compassion and something so deep with reverence upon you that isn't of anything of this world. The Creator's telling you that He is not anything of this world. All right? The Creator's telling, it's written in the Bible, that those that love the world are an enemy to God. These are your troops of animals. They are the Gentile nations. So you have, let's see.
No one seems to know this, but Amazon actually has a $50 million fund.
Sorry about that.
No
Really?
one seems to know this, but Amazon...
Oh, I don't know why they did that, but it just all of a sudden went to 3 minutes. Let's see.
With Wisconsin, Donald Trump now has 276 electoral votes, Harris with 219. You need 270 to win. He is now over that mark, the 10 electoral.
So the electoral votes is a shit show, folks. Okay, these people vote their own selves in. This is nepotism at its finest. Okay, these people are left wing, right wing, controlled by one head. The head that they're controlled by is the Vatican. Images of the Vatican. Okay, what is this, folks? That is the square. That's Vatican Square. What's it look like, folks? It looks like a keyhole, right? Images of inside the Vatican Auditorium Hall. When I show these pictures to Catholics and stuff, they stare at me like I'm an idiot. But you can clearly see that this is a serpent, and this is inside where the Pope sits, right here. Here's your Pope. Okay, 2 cardinals, the Jakesters. Okay, that is a serpent. You can see the fangs, the eyes. All right. This here is Jesus. Let's see. Let me pull this up for you guys so you can see it. Hold on. Can we get it? Look at that. Sorry about that. One of these days I'll break down and I'll buy me a proper tripod. Okay. There you go. This is Jesus coming from the pit as depicted. And if you look real close here at the hairline, that there is a reptile. Now I need you to understand that the reptile isn't a reptilian race that has scales or any of that. Okay. The reptilian race is specifically speaking about the mind. Okay. And these are the souls that are all coming out from the pit. And as you can clearly see, they don't look like heavenly souls. They don't look like beautiful angels that are being freed and brought into a new kingdom and everything. They look like they are of the dead, because this is what Jesus is. He is the spirit of the dead. The Bible's telling us that Jesus is the spirit of the dead. Romans chapter 8, verse 10, Bible Hub. Yes. What we can do is, or should I just go like this? There you go. But if Christ is in you, your body is dead because of sin, yet your spirit is alive because of righteousness. So what does that parable tell us? It tells us that we have a flesh suit and that we have a spirit that's been captured inside of the flesh suit. You have a spirit which is still alive, and in order for it's a double. This is called double speak right here, which is something that I'm very big at pointing out in what's being said. Revelations chapter 1, verse 16, Bible Hub. So this is Jesus, and this is John's vision at Patmos. Okay, and he's held in his right hand 7 stars, Jesus, and a sharp double-edged sword came from his mouth. His face was like the sun shining at its brightest. Okay, the sword came from his mouth. A double-edged sword comes from his mouth. This is in reference to the tongue. Okay, because our tongues are like swords. You know, they speak both blasphemy and they speak kindness. And this is why the reptilian that exists in you. You are the beast. You must kill the beast that is in you, because we all have this hatred that dwells deep inside of us. We try to fight it. We try to be good, but that voice is a very difficult voice to get rid of. So the sword, if you take S off of the word sword and place it on the end of words, and a sharp double-edged words came from his mouth. His face was like the sun shining at its brightest. So this is in reference to the tongue. And if you grasp little riddles like that, what I'm sharing with you, and you accept that as the truth, then it's the beginning. The beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord. Well, not the Lord, because Lord on this plane of existence are men who call themselves lords, kings that call themselves lords, lords. Jesus was a Lord. Yahweh is a Lord. Yah is a Lord. So I don't worship Lord, because Lord in the Bible is plainly telling us that it's a man. Exodus chapter 15, verse 3, Bible Hub. The Lord is a warrior. The Lord is a man of war. Okay? The Lord is his name. And then when we come up here, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't see that. I was on the other side. But the Lord here is Yahweh. Okay? Yahweh is the Lord. Lord Yahweh, which is the proper name of God of Israel. That's the proper name of God of Israel. A president is 666. So then you have God of Israel, and God of Israel in English gematria comes as 666. Who's the beast? If we got Yahweh, which is 666, and we have Yah is Lord, is 666. A president is 666. Computer is 666. Why is this important? 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 4, Bible Hub. Oh, which one is it? See, I got so many parables going on. Lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. 2:11. I knew that. In order that Satan should not outwit us, for we're not unaware of his schemes. When we come over here to the King James Bible, which tells us, lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. I'll make that a little smaller for you so you can see it. Lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Well, what's the device? The very first weapon of mass destruction against us, the masses, was the television set. That's why you have the word lie in television, or close to it, television, to tell their vision of this world, mankind's version. Okay, mankind is not the same as those that were created in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. This is a human that's being created here. Those that are created on the 6th day, the Gentile race, are the walking dead. Hollywood made a movie for you, and it was called The Walking Dead, a drama on television. And that drama was mocking you that don't realize that you are the walking dead. It's literally telling you that it's you. They're mocking you because Christians say that Hollywood is mocking Jesus all the time. And I say, no, Jesus isn't. They're not mocking Jesus. Jesus is their God. Everybody on this plane of existence seems to be worshiping Jesus Christ. That's their God. Let's see. Been a while. Song titles that begin with 666. Song titles with 666. Corey Taylor, Highway 66. When we take a look at this, I'm going to mute it. When you take a look at this and play it, the 666. Come over here for a second. The very first thing that they show you on this introduction is what? The name of the song is I was rolling down Highway 666 when the devil ran me down. Why aren't you playing? Right there. So they're showing you that mankind is the beast right there in plain sight. And then they show you all these creatures and stuff. They show you the man, and they're telling you that the man is 666, because right after they show you all that, what do? They bring you right back in with 666, and then they show you the cartoon character, which the man is the beast. Let it play for a second so I don't get a strike. He's standing on Highway 666 when the devil ran you down. So I told you earlier that the television was the first weapon of mass destruction. That's why they call it a broadcast, because they're casting their programming upon us. They are literally programming us, our children. They're domesticating us. They're taking away our power. They're destroying the earth, and they're keeping us entertained with music and Hollywood and actors and football and sports and politics and everything. This is all a shit show to buy into this world that is an illusion. I was ready to burn, ready to fix when the devil ran me down. So he's ready to fix and ready to burn when the devil ran him down. Well, who's the devil? If you are being ran down by the devil, then he's what? You're on a highway, then this would refer to the devil's driving a car, man. He's getting ready to run you down. So he's ready to burn and he's ready to fix when the devil ran you down. So broadcasting is casting their vision through their vision, a television, which is a vision of their world. What they would have us believe of their world. Not what the real world is. The real world is something different. Wish I could zoom that in a little bit easier. So these people here are dealing with witchcraft. And witchcraft is 666. Now, some believe that there's good sorcery and that there's bad sorcery. But we have something that's telling us plainly. Revelations chapter 21, verse 8, Bible Hub. Right here. The sexually immoral and sorcerers. Okay. Now I know that sorcerers is spelt with an ER, but with an OR, sorcerer is 666. Pretty much the same thing. So, well, who is it that's performing all this? It's those that are creating this illusion. Who's creating the illusion? This God here, Elohim, which is a plural of Eloah, gods in the ordinary sense, but specifically used. This is not the supreme God. It's something that is used of a supreme God. There's something higher than this God here. So if there's something higher than this God, and this God here is being used, what's this God being used for? This given power, this God Elohim that creates man, creates himself here. Okay? Self is a person. Self is a person or thing referred to with respect to complete individuality. Look at the word individuality. What does it have? Duality. Because this God over here that creates a man, creates himself, properly self. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys did it to me again. Trying to make this flow, and it's not letting me flow the way I want to flow. Individuality. This one's created in an image. Here, this God creates himself. Self is individuality. Individuality has duality in it. This God creates himself a male and a female. This is why we live on a plane of existence, folks, where people literally think that they're men and women in different flesh suits, and they're screaming, well, why would God make me this way? Because you're not of the Supreme Spirit. You are made of something that was permitted and given power. Now, not everybody will agree with me on this, and that's okay. You don't have to agree with me. You can go on living your life the way you want. I'm just simply bringing you information. And you take with you what information it is. If you notice, after 4 years, I don't get a lot of people that come inside of the room and combat the scriptures with me, because most of the people can't. They know that they can't. That's why I have people sign up in droves at sometimes, when YouTube ain't blocking my content, and then they come in and they're gone in a second because they don't want to hear this information. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to look at the word illusion here, 666, and put it together that this God that creates himself in an image is an illusion. It's right there in front of you. Okay, so now this God here that created a man, created himself. What God is this? Okay, this is the sixth day of creation. Again, you have to swallow the pill for you to understand that those that are created on the sixth day of creation, these are the beast. Okay, they are the United Nations. Right here in Genesis 5 or 125 tells us that God made the beast of the earth according to their kinds. Okay, the beast of the earth here are the United Nations. I confirm that here, but these are as natural brute beasts. But these, as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed. These beasts right here, believe it or not, are the Gentile. Gentile are brute beasts because they go into other countries and they kill. They destroy. They steal the land. You understand? But these are as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things they understand not. This is how I made this connection and understood that the beast are the United Nations, because what beast on the face of this earth speaks evil of things they understand not? What does that mean? They speak evil of God because the Gentile don't know God. God is telling you that he doesn't know you. Even your God, Jesus says, when the prophets are all, didn't we cast out demons, Lord, Lord, didn't we cast out demons in your name and prophesize in your name? And what's Jesus going to say? Get away from me, you workers of iniquity, you lawless ones. Why is Jesus telling you that you're workers of iniquity? Because you are speaking evil of things you understand not, which is God. And the book is telling us, not me, I'm just sharing the information with you, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. You got to understand, I've come a long ways in my studies of what this Bible is saying. I'm still probably like a lot of people, we all have a piece of the puzzle that we're capable of sharing. Mine is helping people to understand that there's a lot more going on in this plane of existence than what we've been taught. A lot more. Let me see, find another. Where's the secondary sheet? Scraps. Give me a second, guys. I'm reading through this stuff. Okay. So, the beast are those that are created on the sixth day of creation in an image. Okay. Yet remember, you have one God that's telling you shall worship no graven images. Exodus chapter 20, verse 4, Bible Hub. You shall not make for yourself an idol in the form of anything in heaven above, the earth below, or the waters beneath. An idol, in case you didn't know, is an image. Okay, it's right here. The NIV or the NLT, you must not make for yourself an idol. And right here is where you connect the word. An image is an idol. Now, in my earlier lessons, I show you through the Strong's Concordance 6754. An image here is to molest, or spelled backwards. It's salim, but when you spell salim backwards, it's molest. An image here is to form an image, images, likenesses, or a phantom. This is key to understanding that an image is a phantom, because it tells us right here that an image is a phantom. It's the root meaning to shade a phantom. Okay, those are big connections that I've just made for you here. All right. So we have Donald Trump without the vowels is 666. Okay. And Donald Trump, okay, who won the World Series this year? Los Angeles won the World Series, right? And who was fighting? Who are the two teams in the playoffs this year? New York and Los Angeles, both ends. And Carmela, she's from Los Angeles. Yeah, well, the West Coast, I should say. And Trump, he's from New York. Okay? And New York in gematria, English gematria, as you can see there, I don't know if you can see the word New York there, is 666. Now, also, there's many other, because this is a system, an absence of God. An absence of God is 666, because those that were created on the sixth day of creation here are absent of God. This is so huge to understand the definition of image in the Bible. So what I would like to really do well, usually I have, let's see. Well, I'm on live now. Let's close this up. Well, that one kind of, I can't get to the video that I want to get to. I'm wondering. I want to show you something that it says that those on the sixth day. Yeah, well, it's streaming live right now, so I can't get to the video that I know where the pinpoint the mark is. I guess I'm just going to have to make that short video and stuff so that I have it on hand. But the definition of image in the Strong's Concordance telling us that it is a phantom right here. And it also used to have the word image, right, or idol right here. It doesn't have idol anymore. They removed idol, and on my main channel that I have on my welcoming video, probably about 16 minutes into the video, has the Strong Concordance, just like I'm showing you here right now, but it used to have the word idol in there, right there too. And I found that kind of subject that every time I find something inside of this Bible, that literally these people change things all the time. You guys are getting ready to hear me swat a fly here in a second. It's amazing. It just took off and it's out of here. So I want people to understand that when we're talking about an image, that this is a show, and all these people in politics are a show. Military aircraft named after a phantom. The McDonald FH-1 Phantom. And what did I just show you? I showed you that a phantom is an illusion. Okay? Military aircraft named after demons. The F-3H Demon was a jet fighter aircraft named after a demon. Couldn't that be any more in your face? Huh? How about this? Military aircraft named after vampires. The de Havilland DH-100 Vampire was a military jet aircraft named after a vampire. There's a picture of it. The ACJ-130 Ghost Rider. The AC-130J Ghost Rider. So I've just showed you all of our military aircrafts are named after demons and devils and vampires and phantoms and ghosts, right? Because they're all the Walking Dead. Images of troops marching in ranks. Let me close up some of these windows here. So wisdom has to deal with the 666 system. I'm going to kill that fly. I don't kill much on the face of the earth. I kill cockroaches. I kill flies, and I get a freaking flea in my house from my cats, and I kill them. That's one down. I didn't realize. Two down. Where are you guys coming from? Okay. So these are your beasts of the field, each according to their kinds. These are the beasts. God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds. These are the beasts. I know that everybody hates to hear that because America, you love your military so much. You guys walk around, oh, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. I was in the military too. I served in the United States Navy. And had I known then, as a young child, what I know now, I never would have joined the military. I want you to look at something. How many of you drink Folgers coffee out there? 432 subscribers, 34 subscribers. You guys should, I know that I have one or two of you out there that drink Folgers coffee. Now look at the word soldier. A soldier spelt SOLDIER, a soldier. Isn't that odd? Why isn't a soldier spelt SOLGER, like Folgers coffee? Soldier. Because when a soul goes off to war and gets killed, you die. And there's a movie with Tom Cruise that's showing you in Hollywood that you get trapped in this simulation and you assimilate with the machine. You basically, there's rules that are given inside of this game. Okay, the rules are, you're not to kill. Well, you have the 10 Commandments, number 1. You shall have no other gods before me. You're not to create any graven images. You're to keep the Sabbath day holy. These are all the moral laws of God. You have thou shalt not steal, covet, commit adultery, lie. You have these commandments that are given to us, and we're being told from the Bible standard that if you do these things, then you will live eternal hell. Well, I know today that this plane of existence right here is a plane of existence of hell. And one day, if according to the Bible, then this plane of existence that exists has to go into the fire. And there's fires that are beneath us, folks, whether you understand that or not. They tell you that there's a core. Well, we live on a flat plane of existence, and people can't grasp that concept either. The world is an immovable object. Can an immovable object exist without a movable object? Well, that's a pretty good question. It does tell us the Bible that the earth is fixed and cannot be moved in Job. The earth is fixed in place and cannot be moved. The statement is false. The earth is not fixed in place and constantly moves, rotating on its axis and orbiting around the sun. That's an AI overview. And people say computer don't lie. What a crock of shit that is. The computer was programmed by men. You don't think that these AIs are lying to you? He set the earth on its foundations. It can never be moved. The Bible tells us it can never be moved. 1045, King James Bible, who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever, or forever, that it should not be removed forever. So then this plane of existence, if it should not be removed forever, then this is an eternal place. If there's an eternal heaven, then there has to be an eternal hell. And this place here that we're living on would be the eternal hell. This is why the Bible plainly says that if you love the world, you're an enemy to God. Those that love the world are an enemy to God. Those that love the world they're the reptilian race. Okay? When I say reptilian race, it's a hive mind. Right here, King James Bible, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? So whoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy to God. So if you love this place, then you are fighting against the spirit. This is the material world. And this material world was made by lesser gods that the supreme creator allowed. Ultimately, the supreme creator created everything because everything that exists comes from the point of singularity. So even though the Bible tells us that Elohim is something that is used of a supreme God, and it's a plural of Eloah, and it's the Strong's Concordance 430, doesn't mean that it's so. If everything that exists comes from the point of singularity. This is why you have both good and evil. It's very plain. Do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, this parable doesn't read, but of the tree of knowledge of white and black, does it? This is the race war. Good versus evil. Satan would have us believe that black and white are the systematic problem that exists in this plane of existence. And I'm trying to tell you that it has nothing to do with the color of the skin, because in the spectrum of creation, color doesn't exist. It doesn't, because it's all an illusion. It's just absolutely mind-blowing to me that there is a supreme spirit, a living God out there that is in control of everything, that is omnipotent, that is present in everything and isn't present in anything at all, because it's duality, good and evil, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, what's the tree? The tree is the cedar, okay, and of good and evil is the lesson. And it was Satan that supposedly, as some believe, Gnostic Christians believe, that Jesus and Satan, one and the same, that Jesus freed us from God because God didn't want us to have knowledge. And Jesus, sixth day, Jesus is the one that's coming in. Jesus is telling us here, Genesis chapter 3, verse 5, Bible Hub. For God does know, in the day ye eat thereof, your eyes shall be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Is it not written in your law that I've said you are? This is Jesus talking. King James, Jesus answered them, is it not written in your law? Well, what is this? What's the law? The law is the 5 books of Moses, the Torah, the chopped up, degraded, tore apart, trampled on, beat underneath the feet of Gentiles. That Bible. Your Bible has been destroyed. Israel's Bible has been destroyed by the Gentile. Do not give to the pigs what is holy. King James Bible over here says, give not that which is holy unto the dogs. Dogs in this case would be wild animals. Dogs in this case would be the beast. Dogs in this case would be the Gentile. Neither cast ye your pearls before swine. Pearls here are the parables, because these parables are pearls. They have pearls inside of this trampled on book, before lest they trample them under your feet. And cast your pearls, your parables before swine, lest they trample your parables under their feet, and then turn again and rend you. So Jesus was telling you, don't give to the Gentile what is holy. So the soldier dies. The word Gentile is of or relating to any people not Jewish. A Gentile is a Christian, as distinguished from Jewish. A Gentile is even a Mormon, a church, or not Mormon. A Gentile is a Christian, and a Christian is a heathen or a pagan, because you speak evil of what you understand not, which is God. You are the Gentile nations which speak. The United Nations, you are all the beast nations. So these people here talk about giants and aliens when they're all really just metaphors. Okay? Because giant aliens is 666. You see, the alien is the reptilian mind that has hijacked this reality, okay, through technology, through the devices, through Blu-ray, through the smart televisions, through the laptops, through the smartphones, which is now the biggest main destroyer of nations, is a smartphone in our children's hands. This device is how Satan touches every human being on the face of the earth. It is the evil of this earth. Now, it is also good. Well, how? Well, it depends on what you're using it for. I use it for the truth. I use it because we're moving into the season of Christmas here next month. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We have Santa Claus. Santa Claus in Gematria is 666. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 3 Bible Hub. I should have probably just went with the whole entire chapter here. Jeremiah chapter 10. So I've connected Santa Claus to the beast system. Do not learn the ways of the nations. Remember, the nations are the Gentile nations. Okay, Christians, those that worship other gods. Do not learn the ways of the nations, the Gentile nations, those that don't have any spirit on them. Those that have an AI robot talking to you about God. It's the most stupid thing. I mean, I can't believe that people don't boycott that. You shouldn't be listening to anybody or any station or any channel at all that has an AI that's trying to teach you about God. Okay, if it's AI, you ain't getting the truth. It's that simple. Or be terrified by signs in the heavens. So this God here is telling you not to be terrified of the signs in the heavens, but the Gentile are terrified of everything in heaven. They're afraid of that day of reckoning that's coming. Though the nations are terrified by them. Well, yeah, I just said it. For the practice of the people are worthless. The Gentile Christians cut a tree out of the forest, and a craftsman shapes it with his chisel. Meaning that when they craft it, they craft that little X on the bottom so it'll stand. They adorn it with silver and gold. In case you know, that's the tinsel you throw on your Christmas tree. They fasten it with a hammer and nails so it will not totter. That's your little X on the bottom of your Christmas tree. And like a scarecrow in a cucumber field, their idols cannot speak. Their images cannot speak. They must be carried. Their God, Jesus Christ, is carried. Yep. They must be carried because they cannot walk. Do not fear them. They can do you no harm, nor can they do any good. No one is like you, Lord. You are great, and your name is mighty in power. Who should not fear you, King of nations? This is your due. Among all the wise leaders of the nations, the Gentile nations, and all their kingdoms, there is no one like the Supreme Spirit. They are all senseless and foolish and are taught by worthless wooden idols. Hammered silver is brought from Tarish and gold from Uphaz. What the craftsman and the goldsmith have made in their dress in blue and purple, all made by skilled workers. But the Lord is the true God. Yahweh, remember, this is Yahweh. Whenever we're talking about the Lord in the Old Testament, you're talking about Yahweh, Yah, or Yahweh. And Lord Yahweh is 666, and Yah's Lord is 666, and Jesus is the beginning. The beginning is time, and time is 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 24 hours. That's 666. Jesus is the end. Jesus is the beginning and the end. Jesus is the one that holds the keys to death and Hades. Jesus is the one that Christians worship, the Gentile. Because the Gentile worship what? They change the truth about God and worship the creature more than the creator. They change the truth about God and worship the creation more than the creator. You see, anything that's in a flesh suit, folks, is creation. who changed the truth of God into a lie, the Gentile, and worshiped and served Jesus, the creature, because Jesus is a creature, more than the creator, who is blessed forever, a spirit. Drop a man and worship the spirit, the supreme spirit. Because the supreme spirit is telling you 23:19 Numbers. God is not a man that he should lie, or the son of man that he should change his mind. Has he said it and will not do it, or has he spoken and he not fulfill it? So everybody needs to wake up to the truth. Okay, you're in a world of an illusion. If you're absent of God, then you're 666. If you're absent of God, then you are son of sin. Okay, and this is where I tie it all together for you, because Jesus was known in Latin, which is the Christos. Christos is Christ, and Christos is also 666. So I've just showed you that all of the Bibles, also Christos here is 430. And this is where I make my connection here, that this God Elohim 430 is indeed the devil. Then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, man in our image, which is to shade a phantom. This God that created himself, again, Elohim, is used. This God is used of the supreme creator. Make an image. God, Elohim, plural of Eloah, gods in the ordinary sense, but specifically used of the supreme God. It's used. This is not the supreme creator. This is something that was given power and authority to create man in an image. Okay? It's the same one that was powered. So I'm going to cut out of here, folks. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. All praise and glory to the Supreme Spirit of Truth. I hope that someday that he places the Spirit on you so that you are revealed the truth of this plane of existence. Walk away from politics, folks. Politics are policies. Policies are policing. And that's what they're stealing our country with policies. Policies are not the law. Stop following policies. Listen to me. Stop following policies. You're in a battle with these people that want to write up stupid laws that you might have to use a certain type of toilet paper here in another 15 years. And if you don't use that toilet paper, you're going to burn in hell. It's time to wake up, folks. All praise and glory to the Supreme Spirit of Truth, the living one. This is White Raptor News Ministries.